Hey everyone, in this video we are building huts on the beach in The Sims 1. I wanted to have a new vacation destination to go to, so we're on Vacation Island and this is the reclaimed public beach lot. I think that's the name of it. I always forget the name of this lot. It's the beach lot that's in the bottom left hand corner of the Vacation Island map. It's got some arcade games and 2 volleyball courts and a fishing pier. It's kind of a nice place to come and bring your Sims just for one day while they're on Vacation Island, but it's not a place you can actually stay at. There's no tent or hotel or lodging area of any kind. Initially, I kind of thought about just renovating the lot as it is, kind of like what I did with the Wrens Fens National Park, keeping everything pretty much as is already there and just making a few changes and adding a few things. But I wanted to build something completely new, so I did just go in and bulldoze the lot from the neighborhood view to start with a blank lot. I like the idea of huts on the beach, kind of small separate lodgings that are quite close to each other, still a little bit private, not huge, not a massive hotel taking up a ton of space, not super luxurious or fancy. The lot is quite small, so there was never going to be tons of space to have a lot of buildings and then have still plenty of beach space for Sims to just enjoy outside. So some of what I wanted to do kind of didn't end up working. I kind of wanted to have some kind of arcade carnival games like the original lot has, but I didn't want to make it too crowded, and I wanted the lot to feel like a new lot, not just a renovation, I guess. Initially, I added some kind of sand dunes, if you can call them that, like raised up terrain on the left-hand side of the lot. Almost like the sand is kind of sloping down towards the beach rather than the beach being completely flat. I did end up kind of scrapping that because it just made more of the usable space not very usable. And I wanted to have as much space as possible without making everything too crowded. So in the main kind of central part of the lot is where we have the huts laid out in a kind of L shape. There's 3 of them. And then there's a small check-in reception area in a separate building, which is very small. Because I started building the huts and then I kind of realized if this is going to function kind of like a hotel, there needs to be a place to actually check in. And I didn't want to have the hotel check-in desk outside on the sand because I feel like the receptionist would probably start to get sunburned if they had to stand there all day and all night as well. So there's a total of 4 buildings altogether. Each of the 3 huts has a bedroom and an ensuite bathroom, and they're actually close enough together that the roof covers them all up together. So each hut doesn't actually have its own separate roof. It almost looks like it's all one building, even though the huts do have a bit of space in between them. So you can actually walk in between the huts, but under the shade of the roof, which I think is kind of cool actually. I wanted each of the huts to kind of be suitable for a different kind of visitor. So there's one that's for a couple but also has an extra bed for a child or maybe a friend, a 3rd wheel. One that is just for a couple and nobody else, it's just a double room. And then there's a pet owner's hut as well, so it's got a few pet objects, a pet bed inside, and then a pet food bowl, a pet bath, and a scratching post just outside. This is not really a lot that's otherwise designed for pets, so you probably wouldn't bring your Sims here for a long time if they had pets, maybe just one night. Then in terms of activities, I wanted to keep the fishing pier that was on the lot originally, but the water was kind of jutting out into the lot and taking up a little bit of space, which is actually fine and I could have left it the way it was, but I removed some of that water and moved the fishing pier a bit closer to the edge of the lot. There's a campfire and 1 volleyball net with some recliners just to the side so you can sit and watch volleyball there if you want to. On the other side of the huts, away from the water, there's a few arcade games, not the carnival games that give you prize tokens, just the 2 arcade games that you sometimes see on some of the other Vacation Island lots. I also put a climbing frame for kids, and it's kind of next to where the eating area is. I was a bit unsure what I wanted to do for food, because I kind of wondered whether, since this establishment is providing actual bedrooms and a place to sleep inside, maybe there should be kind of a buffet restaurant area, a bit like the Palazzo Palms Hotel. But I didn't want to add a whole extra formal dining area, either inside or outside. It somehow didn't really feel necessary. So there's just kind of an outdoor seating area with a hot dog stand and also the vendor that sells shrimp. So if you don't want to have a cookout on the grill, you can just buy food there. I don't feel like the hot dog stand and the shrimp seller, like the food is super filling considering what you pay. It's maybe a little bit more efficient to cook burgers on the grill and get your hunger up that way. But the choice is there because the Sims are on holiday after all, so they shouldn't have to cook while they're away if they don't want to. Then next to the eating area and the kids' climbing frame, there is a rental shack. So you can rent all of the usual stuff that it's fun to do on holiday, like a fishing pole or a metal detector or a picnic basket. That's another way to make sure that you don't go hungry. I don't know how long I'll actually want to have my Sims stay here. When I was playtesting the lot, I kind of felt ready to go after just one night here, but I think I'm so used to visiting the Palazzo Palms Hotel and Sunset Beach if I want my Sims to have a beach holiday. I think I'm just so used to the default lots that it feels kind of strange to have a completely different one to visit. Anyway, I'll leave a link in the description where you can download this lot if you want to add it to your game. Do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and I'll see you in the next one.